Hello everyone, welcome to a brand new disc golf video. Today we're going to be doing kind of a tournament recap, tournament analysis, my big takeaways from the Discraft Great Lakes Open, the tournament that happened this past weekend on the Disc Golf Pro Tour. We're going to be diving into everything you guys need to know, so let's go ahead and get into it. Also guys, 84% of the people who watch my videos are not subscribed. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers by the end of the summer, so if you can go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I post my personal rounds, 18 holes at courses in my area. I post tournament analysis videos like this, tips and tricks videos to help you guys get better at disc golf. If that sounds interesting to you, definitely go ahead and subscribe to my channel. So the big news is that Dglo McMahon took down the victory on a close finish in the final round coverage. He finished at 33 under par, shooting an 11 under par all three rounds, going 100% bogey free and picking up the win. Now it's not shocking that Dglo McMahon won this tournament, as the course plays to the advantage of people with the big arms, and Dglo being one of the longest throwers on tour, and especially with his long sidearm distance, he was able to keep up with the field and just have a consistent performance off the tee and putting. We saw a few mistakes from him, but everyone kind of had those small mistakes in the final round, and I think Dglo was able to capitalize on those and get the win. So big shout out to him for winning this tournament. Honestly, very impressive win from Dglo. But yeah, it was really nice to see Dglo pick up a win. He actually didn't even know he won the tournament. He thought he had to make his final putt to tie, but it was really nice to see him win. It wasn't shocking. We got to see a lot of big throws from the lead card, and overall it was a pretty entertaining tournament, and I'm glad that Dglo got the win. Now the second big takeaway from me is that Dickerson had a huge charge to finish tied for second place in the tournament. He was on chase card, and he shot a 13 under par in the final round, making so many big putts, and I think he birdied like the last 4 or 5 holes, and he did such a good job. I got to see some of his putts on the live broadcast on Sunday, and Dickerson definitely showed up and went under the radar, shooting a fantastic round, and was in the lead for a small portion of the round. But overall, fantastic performance from him, and he's not one of the biggest throwers on tour, but he's one of the best putters and jump putters on tour. And I think that's the reason that he was finishing so high in this tournament, because of his consistent play. He's always been consistent on the putting green and off the tee. And I think that's why Dickerson had such a great performance, but we can't ignore it. It was amazing, and I wouldn't be shocked if Dickerson is going to be in that top tier level for the remainder of the season. And we also got to see some action from the dark horse Brodie Smith, who finished 5 under par on the tournament. He shot 3 under in the last round, I believe, putting him close to around tied for 70th. But this was his first completed Disc Golf Pro Tour event, which was really exciting to see. Obviously, some of the previous tournaments he had to drop out of because of Lyme disease and things like that, but we got to see him finish an entire tournament, and obviously we're gonna expect him not to do too great because this is his first completed event. He's coming off of the Lyme disease. He's probably still not at 100%. He's still new to disc golf in general, but we got to see him finish an event, and actually he was right behind Casey White in the finishing, who was also a newly signed member of Discmania. So we were able to see Brodie Smith finish an entire tournament, and I think that's really good for him. I think that's really good for everyone to see, because it turns out a lot of people love to hate Brodie Smith, and I don't know why it is. I guess because he's just new to disc golf. He's popular. He brings a lot of people to watch the sport. I don't get why people don't like him, but a lot of people don't like Brodie Smith. But he was able to finish the tournament. I think that's good, and I think we should expect some big improvements from him in the next tournament he plays in, and I think we just can expect extreme improvement for the rest of the year. I hope he gets better at every single tournament he plays, starts finishing higher, and hopefully we can see a more competitive Brodie Smith in the next few tournaments. Now, one stat that caught my eye is that the top 4 finishing players for this event all had the exact same birdie percentage on the course. It was 61% birdies for the top 4. And I think that's really interesting to see, because that is a huge number of birdies that you have. 61% birdies. And obviously Dglo McMahon having no bogeys, it makes me wonder if this course was too easy, if there needed to be more OB, and obviously the conditions were really well. We saw some wind in the final round, but other than that, the conditions were really good. And I wonder if there needed to be more OB on this course, because 61% birdies is really high, and having someone go bogey free is really, really impressive, but it makes you wonder, should the course been a little bit more challenging, and should disc golf in general be more challenging? That's something that has been brought up in the recent weeks, is how can the pro tour of disc golf make the scores a little bit more challenging? As we see in the tournaments so far, it's pretty much birdie or die in these tournaments. If you're not shooting a hot round, obviously Eagle McMahon shot 11 under all 3 rounds. That's consistent. That's what gets you wins at the highest level. But what do we want to see from disc golf? Do we want to see that birdie or die golf, or do we want to see the players being challenged and shoot 7 or 8 under per round, you know, in that single digit range? I don't know. It's something to definitely think about, but I thought that stat was interesting, and I think it's something as a disc golf community we should all think about. What do we want to see out of the Pro Tour? Now, the next news comes from the FPO, and Paige Pierce picking up another Pro Tour win, finishing at 16 under, winning by 6 strokes. Another dominant performance from her, as we saw, I believe, at the Silver Lake Open, something along that line. I forgot what it was called. It was in Wisconsin. She actually did not end up winning that tournament, which was shocking, because Paige Pierce has dominated the women's side of disc golf for as long as I can remember, and she's back on top. So another thing to note, Paige Pierce definitely not going anywhere. We saw this course definitely appealing to the bigger arms as she dominates everything in distance. Katrina Allen also having a good distance, but her putting has fallen off a lot in the recent years, and so she was the only person I personally felt could challenge Paige Pierce, and she didn't do that. She couldn't convert on the putting green, but Paige Pierce winning yet again on the Disc Golf Pro Tour. Definitely exciting to see her keep up that dominating streak, and hopefully we can see another woman try to contest Paige Pierce in the next tournament, so we can see some exciting finishes on the FPO side. But Paige did pick up another win this weekend. Now, the final thing I want to touch on is more of an opinion thing for me. That's why I saved it to the end. But it is the Disc Golf Pro Tour live coverage versus Joma's Pro coverage. If you guys are not familiar, the Disc Golf Pro Tour is who starts these entire events and hosts them, and they have their own cameramen, own announcers live streaming these events. The first couple rounds you have to pay and have a subscription for, but the final round is live broadcasted on YouTube. And Joma's Pro is an independent disc golf company that shoots post round coverage. The round is played on Friday. They post a video on the front 9 and the back 9 Saturday with their own commentators, who are normally disc golf pros who can commentate these events. So those are the two differences, and overall, Joma's Pro definitely has dominated this entire disc golf pro tour scene since they started broadcasting disc golf, and I think it just proved so much this weekend, as Joma's Pro had way better production quality, way better announcers, and overall, I think if you tuned into the Disc Golf Pro Tour live stream this weekend, it would be embarrassing for the Disc Golf Pro Tour. This is just a personal thing. Obviously, there are going to be people who thought Disc Golf Pro Tour did a great job. I felt like the coverage was not very good. I felt like the cameramen did not do a great job. I felt like there could have been many more angles to catch the good shots. The announcers, man, were not good at all. Nate Doss was one of the commentators, and I'm sorry, nothing against him, but he has such a fake way of just displaying excitement and displaying how he feels on things. I think we need better commentators. I think the Disc Golf Pro Tour needs to step up their game, maybe partner with Joma's Pro. I don't know. If you were someone new viewing the Disc Golf Pro Tour this weekend to see what the pro scene of disc golf is like, I would not be coming back to the Disc Golf Pro scene as well. There's a YouTube chat in the live stream, very toxic, very hateful in that YouTube chat. Not a good showing from the Disc Golf Pro Tour live stream. Definitely, I enjoyed watching the Joma's Pro. I didn't watch the live stream, I just muted it and just watched it, and that's what I did. I got to see the entire thing live, but it was not a good showing when you had that volume on, when you had the chat on. I think the disc golf culture needs to clean things up if they want to grow the sport and advance it to the next level and get more attention from these bigger companies and bigger networks, because I think the overall goal is to get disc golf on TV, and if we want to get it on TV, we have to clean up our act first. And I think that once they clean up the live stream, the technical things, we're going to have a much better display for our audience, and also for new people viewing disc golf. We're going to have a more professional coverage. I think that's what needs to be done. But that was just a personal little thing that I had to make a comment on. I know a lot of you guys may have not seen it, but it's definitely something that needs to be looked at. But yeah, those are my takeaways from this event. Anyway guys, that is the end of this video. If there's anything you think I missed, definitely let me know in the comment section down below. If you enjoy these tournament analysis kind of opinion videos as well, definitely leave a like on it. Let me know in the comment section down below. If you stayed to this point, make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to hit 100 subscribers by the end of the summer. But that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.